Hey everyone, it's David here with Surplus Institute. I'm going to go over today about finding people, locating them, and actually getting in touch with people. I'm going to drop a lot of gold nuggets. You want to stay till the end of this video. Do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click the like if you like this video. And I'll jump inside and go over a case with you. I'm going to show you how I call and my techniques that really work. So I just have this case up here at random. This is the person's name. This is the address that she used to live at. And this is MetLife Insurance Company. I think of CT is probably of Connecticut is what I'm assuming it means. So I have a claim here, a real small one. It's $1,100, $1,115.08. Let's say I'm trying to get her claim, her paid out, and this could be a mortgage overage, tax overage, state unclaimed fund. This one's a state unclaimed fund, whatever it is. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reach her directly. And I'm going to try her from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning. That's the best time to get a hold of people. They're on their way to the office. They pick up the phone. The easiest way to get a hold of people, or after 5 p.m. Don't get me wrong. I call people in the day a lot. And if you're working and maybe in your lunch break, definitely call people. The best time to get a hold of people directly, though, is from 8 to 9 o'clock. So I'm going to try her, see if she picks up then. If she does, great. I'm going to run this by her using my script. If she doesn't, and say I try her on a Monday at 8, maybe I try her Wednesday at 8. She hasn't picked up. Maybe I try her Friday at 1 o'clock. Let me add one more thing here. I leave a detailed message. This is David from RN Recovery. I'm trying to reach Gene. Gene, I'm calling you about the MetLife Insurance Company policy from 235 East 25th Street. Do you remember having that account? And then I go on from there and I use the script. Now, if I'm getting her machine, what I do is I say, this is David Church from RN Recovery, trying to reach Gene. Gene, I'm calling you about the MetLife Insurance Company. I have you down at 235 East 25th Street. Please call me regarding this account. Again, I've given a lot of important information. I gave her name, I gave her the address, and I gave her an account that hopefully she's familiar with. Sometimes people aren't. Sometimes it's like an insurance claim. They forgot about it. They never collected on it. It gets turned over to the state. So it just depends. That call happens at 8 o'clock. I leave that message. After 5 p.m., maybe a little earlier, I call back that same number and she picks up now and I say, hi, Gene, this is David. Not sure if you got my message earlier. I'm calling you from RN Recovery. And then right there, that's where I see the most claims get in because you're trying them twice a day. And literally you're working just a couple hours a day doing this. But I try her Monday. I have no luck. I try her Wednesday. I have no luck. Maybe Friday you want to try a 1 o'clock session and try her there. Or maybe over the weekend you want to try her and see if she picks up there. And then if you're getting no results at all, you might want to just keep on and put her in. And then at that, eventually you want to bring relatives into this family. And what you could do is you can go ahead and do that maybe the second, third week, start involving relatives in this. Hi, this is David. I'm trying to find a relative of Gina. I'm calling about the MetLife insurance check from 235 East 25th Street. Do you know how I get in touch with her? Someone comes back with, well, this sounds too good to be true. Well, it might sound too good to be true, but I'm with RN Recovery. I'm with an established company. I'm calling regarding a check here, and this is her address. I really need to speak to her. Can you please have her get in touch with me? And if they say no, I come back, and I've had that happen. I come back with, okay, as you say no, I want to let you know that there's money on the table. And as you say no, you're doing this person no favors. Have a nice day. And a lot of times that'll turn the conversation around. Now, let's get into the next part of this and talk about deceased cases, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen okay. This person is deceased, would be 103 today. The first thing I do is I come down here and I look at relatives, which she has none. These are all associates that she has. So what I would do is I would try the associates and I would say, now again, I don't usually go after claims that are just $1,000. I pulled this one because the person was deceased. So what I would do is I would call the associates and I would introduce myself, say, hey, I'm trying to reach this person. I see you down as a possible person that knows them. This is public information. Would you be able to get me in touch with the family member? That's usually what I say. I've had people give me the name and numbers of family members on the phone. I've had other people give my information to a family member, and I've had family members call me back. It'll go both ways, but you want to be professional. If they say, I will have them get in touch with you, I always reply back with, hey, if I don't hear anything in a week, do you mind if I check back in with you? I've always had people say, yes, go and call me, feel free to. And they're generally pretty good about that. So it gives them a little bit of accountability. Now, one other quick tip, and then I'm going to finish this. And this is something that one person in the program taught me really well, is look at obituaries, look at online information. I've not been able to find any, because someone 103 years old, they don't have as much data as someone who's 30 or 40 years old, because you're trying to find someone, and what you do is you skip trace them. If I go buy a car this afternoon, I finance it, all that information gets recorded and it gets all into a database, and that's how people find people. And I'm not talking about sites like 411.com. I'm talking about the paid, like we use a paid skip tracing that's pretty effective for us to have no relatives on. usually means, I mean, she's probably not been, I've looked this up before. I forget when she exactly passed, but let's say it was 20 years ago, which is very possible. There's going to be no data on them at all, but there might be an old obituary. I would start off in Long Beach, California. I would start with Gene Ferguson in Long Beach. I would check the age. I would start calling people, introducing myself. I've had no relatives listed, but I've called the funeral homes and I've said, hey, this is David Church. I'm calling regarding this. And I've had funeral homes give me either A, the number of relatives right there on the spot, or B, they've had relatives contact me. Now, let me end this with this last segment I'm going to say. How hard are you willing to work a deal? And that's what gets you paid. One of the things I learned from one of my mentors, and this was really good, is everyone wants easy deals, including me. I love just being able to call someone up, say, hey, you've got money here you didn't know you had. She says, okay, great, let's go to move forward. We get this under contract. So a good portion of my deals, like I just got a $26,000 claim last week. I talked about that, and it was some stocks. And this is a deceased case, and I got a hold of the daughter, and it's pretty cool. And we have the paperwork all being in, and some more is being submitted in right now. We have the main paperwork in. I needed some more documentation, death certificates, things like that she's getting into me. So when you work these cases and you work them a little bit harder, are you going to get every case? Absolutely not. If you want to get every case, it's not going to happen. But could you get one case a week? If you work 2 or 3 of these a week, maybe a few more, maybe 5 a week, could you get one of these a week? It's very doable. Happens all the time. I have people in the program regularly doing it. Favor, if you like this, give me a like. I'll see you around. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you tomorrow.